Hello everybody, my name is Pavle co-owner of restaurant FnB in Old Town Scottsdale with my chef and partner in crime, Charleen. Our little restaurant showcases everything local, organic, and sustainable whenever possible. Not only do we do that with the food, we also do it with the wines. I am the first restaurant in the history of Arizona to showcase an all Arizona wine list. In today's show, we're going to be talking about Spigarello. Have you ever heard of such a thing? It's a beautiful heirloom broccoli wrap. In fact, I like to say that it's the grandfather of all broccoli wrap. It's a little more leafy than Floretti, and instead of being bitter like broccoli wrap could be, this is actually a little bit sweet. So that's the food part. For the beverage part, we're going to be talking about Aperol, which is an Italian aperitif made with a bitter orange, a little bit of rhubarb, and it's actually about 11% alcohol. I like to call it a school night libation. Also, if you have not met Bob McClendon, which by the way, who hasn't? If you are from Arizona, everybody knows who Bob McClendon is, a farmer that showcases organic, beautiful produce. So stick around and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Charleen, the chef at FnB, and I'm here today at the Scottsdale Farmers Market. I'm visiting Bob McClendon. He owns McClendon Select, where we pick up about 80% of our produce. Today I'm here to pick up Spigarello and also to see if Bob has anything new.
Good morning, Charleen.
Good morning, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
As you remember, you asked me to plant this last year.
Yep.
And this is our first crop of Spigarello. Would you say it's been successful in the restaurant?
Very successful. And there's two different kinds here, right?
Two different kinds. This is called Ricio, and it's kind of a split leaf. And this large leaf is called Licio. So we got Ricio and we got Licio. We planted it strictly for you, and then it was so successful that we started having putting it on offering for other restaurants, and it's truly an unusual green.
So tell me, how did you find the Spigarello when I asked you to find seeds, if that was possible?
Well, we did some research online and found out that it was had been grown for centuries in southern Italy. The people of southern Italy love it. They use it in soups, they saute it, they cook with it, they do all kinds of things with it. So I went to Italy and brought the seed over just for you.
Excellent, thanks. All right, Bob, what's new at the market this week?
Well, we've got something that hasn't been to the market yet, and that's a pomelo.
All right, and this is it?
That's a pomelo.
Okay.
It's one of the largest citrus fruits that's grown.
Wow. It smells amazing, just on the outside.
It is. It smells like perfume.
Mm-hmm.
It originated in China, and we've had these trees growing for about 15 years. A lot of people call it the ugly fruit.
Okay.
It's not very perfectly shaped, got bumps all over it, but inside is the real treat. That's where it really begins.
Oh, it's beautiful. So nice. But when did it come over here? If like the Meyer lemon came in 1906 or 1908.
This has only been in the United States since about 1950.
Really? So it's a little bit later than everybody else?
Much later.
They left this one?
Much later than a lot of the other citrus cuttings that were brought here.
Mm-hmm.
And section similar to a grapefruit.
Nice. So sweet.
Isn't that good?
It's really great.
Delicious.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Now you gotta have it to cook with tonight.
I know.
Can't eat them all. Well, Charleen, thank you so much for coming to the market. I know you love to come to the market, and we see
That's my therapy.
We see you at the market every time there's a market before you open. You're here to get the freshest of everything.
Well, thank you.
And I have a great respect for chefs that want to cook with the very best. Hope you have a great night cooking.
I will. Thanks so much. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hi, I'm Charleen. I'm the chef at FnB, and today we're talking about Spigarello. Spigarello is a leafy green that is grown originally in southern Italy. It is something that I read about in New York Magazine and asked Bob McClendon, who was our local grower, if he could grow it for us. He said, sure, no problem. And now we have it on our menu here. We've had it from opening day. It is a leafy green that is very intense in flavor. It's very kale-like. It is the grandfather of broccoli rabe. It does not have that broccoli rabe sort of bitterness to it. It's a little more sweet-like, a little more kale-like. So today we're going to go over how we prepare it here at FnB. First we have a little bit of blanching water. We just blanch the leaves. We just want to use the leaf part of the Spigarello. The sort of stem-like part of the Spigarello is very fibrous and is not really what you want to use. So you just take off the leaf part of it and blanch it right in the blanching water. Just takes a few seconds. From there, we put it into ice water and just shock it really quickly. Just takes a few seconds just to shock it. Make sure to keep it green. From there, we have a heated pan. A little bit of olive oil, garlic. We add our Spigarello to that. A little bit of salt, a little pepper, and a little crushed chili flake. Just add a tiny bit of spice. You can use it as a side dish. It is something you could definitely put in place of mustard green in a pasta, or also served with a delicate fish, say a bass. Perfectly fine. That's it. Very simple.
So here we have it, Aperol. This is a wonderful aperitivo, or an aperitif from Italy. It was actually introduced to the market in 1919. This is a beautiful liquor that has over 30 herbs and botanicals. We're not exactly sure what they are because the recipe is a secret. We do know, however, that it's made with bitter orange and a little bit of rhubarb. The beautiful thing about Aperol is that it has a beautiful, perfect balance of bitter and sweet. I like to describe it as the sibling to Campari, just kind of toned down, a little more delicate, a little more user-friendly. This is normally used in Italy to make what they call a spritz. The spritz normally involves Prosecco or Italian bubbles, Aperol, and a little dash of soda. Here at FnB, we like to make something a little bit, well, that doesn't have anything other than alcohol, so we like to call it a spring sundowner because it's wonderful right before dinner. The spring sundowner is basically Aperol, bubbly with a little lemon twist, and that's it. And we like to use Gruet. Gruet is actually the champagne that was served at one point in time in windows in the world as the bubbly by the glass. It comes from New Mexico, it's delicious. A little side note very quickly pertaining to opening up bottles. When you go out to a restaurant, everyone, if you hear a very loud pop when you're opening up a bottle of champagne, in terms of a celebration, it's always good to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you something. You're wasting a little bit of bubbles. A wise man told me that when you open up champagne, it's supposed to sound like a nun farting in church. So here we go, see, no pop. We're gonna do 2 ounces of the bubbly. Here we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna do 1 1/4 ounce of the Aperol. Just gonna put it right on top. The bubbly would actually allow it to mix well with the gas. And if you know anything about carbonation, it's good because it's very effective, meaning it goes straight to the, like Italians like to say, straight to the testa. And then what we do is we just put a little lemon twist on top. Now make sure that you always try to squeeze out all those beautiful oils from the lemon twist. You just put it as a beautiful garnish. You can invite friends over to the house, and this is a beautiful way to start the evening. Quickly, pertaining to Aperol, you can find it in a lot of liquor stores. I love it because it's not terribly sweet, so it doesn't tire the palate. It's a very refreshing, wonderful way to start off the evening. And this is it. Cheers to you. Let's see. I'm ready for dinner.